Welcome to What Soul Got to Do with It. I'm Purpose Fulfillment Guide and author Roslyn Elena McGrath, and I'm discussing this topic today because soul is so vital to living a more fulfilling life. And to understand why, we need to get a better understanding of what it is we're talking about. And it's- to get us started, let's just clarify what soul is not. It's certainly not your body. It's also not your energy system in and of itself. It's not your favorite ideas or actions. It's not your deepest feelings. It's not even your hopes and desires. As Swami Vivekananda says, the soul is not a compound. It is the only eternal simple in the universe. It cannot be born. It cannot die. It is immortal, indestructible. It's the ever-living essence of intelligence. And I'll share another quote with you that I think it just puts it in a nutshell so well. C.S. Lewis, according to a Reddit post, said, "You don't have a soul. You are a soul. You have a body." The soul is our personal facet of the divine. It's an ongoing, intrinsic part of that and of ourselves. Therefore, it's our conduit that channels more of the divine into this time-space continuum. So your soul, right? Your soul channels more of the divine into this time-space continuum. In other words, not only is it central to creating a more heavenly experience of earth, soul is our personal facet of the divine. It's an ongoing, intrinsic part of it and of ourselves. And therefore, it's our conduit that channels more of the divine into this time-space continuum. So I'm going to repeat that. Your soul channels more of the divine simply by being what it is into this time-space continuum, which means that it has the potential to radiate more of the divine into our lives and into our world. And in the way that suits our individual nature best in harmony with the wider world. That's why also our soul has the capacity to diminish our fears, our doubts, and our confusions. My understanding is that soul, our intrinsic connection and awareness that we are part of the divine, that it supports us to trust, to grow, to develop our understanding of the divine and of ourselves and one another as facets of it, and to act in integrity with that understanding. Now, Bill Plotkin describes the soul as faithfully coming to our aid through dreams, deep emotions, love, the quiet voice of guidance, synchronicities, revelations, hunches, and visions, and at times through illness, nightmares, and terrors. Now, certainly, we are not looking for those last. However, if the soul cannot reach us in those other ways, then it will move on to those ways that are really going to grab our attention. And I will be talking more about my personal experience of this in a future video. So there are certainly challenges to what soul supports us to do. And that challenge overall is based in our ego. And by ego, I'm referring to that part of ourselves that sees us as greater than or less than, right? Greater, even if it's not consciously using these words, but greater than the divine, greater than other people, greater than other aspects of the world, or less than, inferior to. So the ego has great fear of annihilation, physically and mentally. And if you think about how that perception of greater than or less than is manifesting in our world today, and that strong sense of attachment and fear, that is manifest in so many ways in our own psyches, in aspects of how we were raised by our families, how we were influenced by society, the world overall. Even energy parasites are ego expressions. They have a diminished or may have even completely lost their awareness of themselves as part of the light, as part of the positive power of the universe, until or unless they have and take that opportunity to be converted to light. That we'll get to in another video as well. But coming back to the benefits of soul, right? Soul is essential to feeling at one with ourselves, the universe, and the divine. Soul gives us the experience of ourselves as truly equal, neither greater than nor less than. Soul makes us more magnetic to what really suits us, what is our highest good as part of the highest good of all. And soul is certainly more helpful to the greater whole than ego. And it provides a true and a deeper sense of fulfillment than is possible through ego. So, if this topic is of interest to you, please tune in for my next video on specific support around this, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. So I want to thank you so much for being here and for being you. Namaste and many blessings to you, my friends.